So we were discussing about the urinary system. So in this unit and this week, we are going to discuss about the urinary system, the circulatory system, heartbeat, pulse, and the blood pressure. So today we are discussing about urinary system. What are the advantages of having a urinary system, and what are the functions, what are the different organs which are being helping us to remove all the waste out of the body. So this excretory system is also called as urinary system. It removes the unwanted liquid waste out of the body in the form of urine. The process by which these waste products are removed from the body is known as excretion. I want you to underline this. The process by which these waste products are removed from the body is known as excretion. The urinary system removes the unwanted liquid waste out of the body in the form of urine. I want you to underline it. So the human excretory system consists of a pair of kidneys, a pair of uterus, urinary bladder, urethra. So I want you to have a look at the image, the picture of the pair of kidneys. Shall I just remove the slide? I hope you'll have underlined it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here, this is the picture of the urinary uh, bladder and the organs, the excretory system, the urinary system. It comprises of the kidneys,
Ma'am, there is
ureter,
anus,
bladder.
ma'am.
Yeah?
Anus.
Yes.
Where is
Anus
it?
Anus is separate. It excretes the solid waste. We are talking about the liquid waste, the waste which has been excreted out, the liquid waste which has been excreted out in the form of urine. So the kidneys help in excreting the liquid waste out of the body. As we have already discussed about it, the solid waste which is being excreted out through the organ called rectum and anus. Yes. So now talking about the kidneys. Kidneys is the most, it plays an important role in excreting the liquid waste. It's at the back side of the abdominal cavity on both sides of the backbone. They are like bean shaped. They are shaped like a bean. Can you recognize its shape? So they are reddish brown in color, and there are two parts of kidney. One is external layer called cortex, and another one is internal layer, which is called as medulla. So each kidney consists of millions of tube-like structures called nephrons. Nephrons are working units of kidneys. After just discussing about this, I'll even go back and I'll explain it to you about the solid waste which are being taken out. Okay. So now going in detail about these kidneys. So nephrons are the working units of kidneys. I want you all to underline it in your course book, page number 20. Each kidney consists of millions of tube-like structures called nephrons. Please underline it. Nephrons are the working units of kidney. Underline this point also. They filter blood and remove the waste products in the form of urine. So,
Done, ma'am.
okay. So the useful substances from the blood are sent back to the body through the blood vessels attached to the kidneys, while the urine, the waste material, is passed out through the uterus to the urinary bladder. Once the urinary bladder is almost filled, then you're feeling like you have to just let out. You want to uh, pass out this urine. Urine is expelled out through small opening, which is known as urethra. So these just one second. Yes, true. So uh, I hope you all have understood this picture, the image, what are the different parts, and the nephrons. I'll just show you the picture of kidney, and even I'll show you the nephrons also, how they look like.
They receive around 25% A pair of bean-shaped kidneys together receive around 25% of the blood pumped by the heart because it filters blood employing small filtration units, nephrons, to remove toxic waste. Inside the kidney, the outer deep red part, named cortex, is rich in blood capillaries, and blood is filtered by nephrons Bowman's capsule in the cortex. The inner part, the medulla, is pale, and this pyramid-like renal pyramids have bulk nephron tubules which carry the filtrate liquid. After reabsorption of essential materials in tubules, the liquid that reaches renal pelvis is urine. Ureter originates from renal pelvis. Ureter carry it to bladder for storing until the person urinates. Thus, kidney processes around 180 liter blood per day, producing 1 to 2 liter urine, assuming you drink minimum 3 liter water per day.
Started the recording. Okay. So now talking about dialysis. Dialysis is a condition if both the kidneys of a person fail to excrete urine. Please mute yourselves, children. If both the kidneys of a person fail to excrete the urine, the waste matter keeps on circulating in the body through blood, then this is really harmful. It's a very bad condition. It's a very harmful condition. This leads to blood poisoning. The blood needs to be filtered periodically through artificial means. And if the kidneys of a person are not working properly, then what the person must have to do? The person have to go and visit a doctor, and then the doctor will ask you for a process called dialysis, which the method of separating the toxic substances from the blood. When the kidneys fail to do so, in dialysis, the machine is used wherein it filters the patient's blood in order to remove the excess water and the waste products when the kidneys are damaged. So this machine will remove all the impurities from the blood, children. Just one second. So, or even in some cases, in order to avoid that dialysis, then you have to just go for a transplantation. If the kidneys are not working properly, then you have to get a pair of kidneys, or one kidney from a donor. If someone is donating the kidney, then they can get a healthy kidney from a healthy donor, then it's been transplanted into the needy person
Ma'am,
by surgical procedure. Yes, Nehita?
Ma'am, actually, I've disconnected automatically, ma'am. I don't know what you're explaining. You're explaining about kidney transplantation?
Yeah, I was explaining about dialysis.
Got
Have you
that, ma'am.
heard that? No? Now can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, everyone, you all can hear me properly. You all have heard?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We can hear you properly, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, Nehita, I think there's a problem from your
I
headset.
can hear, ma'am. I can hear you, but I didn't hear dialysis, ma'am.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, dialysis is nothing but if both the kidneys of a person fail to excrete the urine and the waste material, then it will be going on, keep on circulating inside the body itself, in the blood itself. So it's really a harmful condition. So the patient needs to get rid of that. So how he will get rid of that? So by using this procedure, the dialysis procedure, and this machine is being uh, used in this so much. They will insert a pipe, and then they will just purify the blood. They'll remove all the waste material from the blood by using this procedure. So if the patient wants not to be go with the dialysis, then he must go with the transplantation. He can just go with a surgical procedure in which his kidney will be transplanted with a healthy kidney from a donor. If someone is donating a kidney, a person can be with one kidney. He can live, he can survive with one kidney. He can donate one kidney. So
Ma'am, if one kidney is there, the person gets some pain, ma'am.
Not really, but if it is functioning healthy, if it is functioning properly, then he'll not be having any problem. But later in future, I can't predict.
I
Okay.
think he should take a bed rest. Can't
Doctor
hear.
may recommend
Yes, ma'am.
dialysis, a procedure that removes waste products from your blood if your kidneys are not functioning properly. Healthy kidneys filter out waste, excess fluid, and electrolytes like potassium and sodium from the blood. These waste products exit the body through the urethra in the form of urine. If you have kidney disease, your kidneys gradually lose function, leading to an accumulation of harmful wastes and excess fluid in your body, increased blood pressure, and bone or blood problems. Dialysis can also be done to treat acute kidney failure, which occurs when your kidneys stop working suddenly, or to remove drugs or poisons from your body. In one type of dialysis, called hemodialysis, your doctor will use a machine called a dialyzer to clean your blood outside your body. Some weeks or months before you begin hemodialysis, your doctor will prepare a vascular access site on your body. Your doctor will create either an arteriovenous graft or an arteriovenous fistula to access your bloodstream. To begin, he or she will numb the area with local anesthesia. To construct an arteriovenous graft, your surgeon will make a small incision in your forearm and insert a soft plastic tube called a graft to connect an artery to a vein. To create an arteriovenous fistula, your surgeon will make a small incision in your skin and connect an artery with a vein to make a larger vessel called a fistula. Once your vascular access site has healed, your doctor can start hemodialysis. To begin, your dialysis nurse will insert 2 needles into your AV fistula or graft. Once the circuit is set up, your blood will flow slowly out of your body and through the dialyzer. Inside the dialyzer, Your blood will encounter filtering fibers and an absorbent cleaning solution called dialysate. The fibers will remove waste and excess fluids and electrolytes from your blood. Your cleaned blood will emerge from the dialyzer and continue through the tubing back into your body through the second needle at your access site. When your hemodialysis session is complete, the needles and tubing are removed, and you can go home. In another type of dialysis, your doctor will use the membranes lining your abdomen, called the peritoneum, to clean your blood without removing it from your body. Before you begin peritoneal dialysis, you will have an operation to implant a soft tube called a catheter. Your surgeon will insert the catheter near your belly button, creating a port through which the dialysate will enter and leave your abdomen. Each peritoneal dialysis session is called an exchange. First, you will use your catheter to fill your abdomen with dialysate for a period of time determined by your doctor. Through the peritoneal membrane, waste products and extra fluid are continuously drawn out of your blood into the dialysate. Along with the waste materials it absorbed, the dialysate will drain out of your abdomen into a disposable collection bag during your exchange.
System. So now going with circulatory system. So which is the organ, which is a main important organ of the circulatory system? So naturally it's heart. So we're going to discuss some interesting things about the heart. So heart is located, where it is located and what are the functions of it. We are going to discuss it now. So the circulatory system refers to the transport system in our body which carries substances throughout our body like the blood. So the heart pumps the blood throughout the body. So the parts which are included in the circulatory system are heart, blood vessels, and the blood. So in the blood vessels, children, it comprises of the arteries, capillaries, and veins. And blood, you all know what blood contains. Blood contains the plasma, red blood cells, and white blood cells, and the platelets, which you call as WBCs and RBCs. I hope you all heard about that, about the WBCs and RBCs. So we'll go in detail about all these things one by one, children. So firstly, we'll discuss about the heart. So heart have different parts, like even different chambers, like we call it as right auricle. You can even have the view of this image of the heart in your course book also, children. Page number 21, you can have a look at that. So you can find the right ventricle, left auricle, right auricle. So here on the screen also you can see it, the right atrium. So it can also be called as right atrium and left atrium, or right auricle or left auricle. It can also be called as auricle or atrium. So it is a small muscular organ located at the center of the chest. So it's actually protected in between the rib cage, in between the lungs. The heart is being protected in the middle. Okay, we usually have a wrong conception that it's located at the left side, but it is safely protected in the middle, in between the lungs. So the size of the heart is that of the clenched fist. So you just close your fist. What's the size of your fist? So your heart will be the same size of your fist. The human heart has 4 chambers. The upper chambers are called atriums or auricles. They can also be called as auricles or atriums. And the lower chambers are called ventricle. Deoxygenated blood, which means blood rich in carbon dioxide. So this deoxygenated blood from different parts of the body is collected in the right atrium and then moves down to the right ventricle. So it is collected in the right atrium. You can watch it in your course book also. And then it moves down to the right ventricle. So it's being purified. I'll just show you the video about this also, so that will be very clear to you. In the oxygenated blood, or the blood which is rich in oxygen, is called as oxygenated blood. Don't get confused between deoxygenated and oxygenated. So the oxygenated blood from the lungs is collected in the left atrium and then moves down to the left ventricle. The blood is pumped to the various parts of the body through the chief blood vessel called the aorta. So valves are present between the atrium and their respective ventricles. Valves prevent the backflow of blood. So if these valves are not there, then there are chances of blood flowing backwards. So these valves prevent the backflow of blood. So here you can see the valve on the screen, mitral valve. You can see the pulmonary valve also. So these valves, they prevent the backflow of blood. The heart undergoes contraction and relaxation. I hope you all know about the contraction and relaxation of the heart. So the pumping of the heart refers to the contraction and relaxation of the heart in order to supply the blood to the whole body. During contractions, the upper and lower chambers of heart are filled with blood. During relaxation, the blood from left side of the heart is distributed to other parts of the body, and the blood from right side of the heart is pumped to the lungs for purification. I just show the video so that will be clear to you. Just we'll be having a look at the video, children.